Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to another Saturday Live with Foxit Outdoors. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself. Hope you all had a good weekend. And just to get it out of the way, if any of you watch football, I hope your team wins. That's as far as I'm going on that. I had this set up, and I thought I had it set up right. Nobody's here. That is okay. CR said he was live, but it is what it is. Guess I'll just talk to myself for a little bit. See if anyone shows up. Nobody does. I'll just end it. Where is everyone today? I know I ran a little late, but I didn't run that late. I just didn't know what to put for the title. Well, I had a viewer, lost a viewer. Sauce awesome for me. Might be one of those lives where I may not live while I'm live doing the live, and I look like a damn homeless person. Need to shave. I'm glad at least I don't have wispy eyebrows. I think because my camera's actually crooked. Good Lord, that thing it took that long to get live. Jesus. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try to do a repeat on this one. Welcome to the live stream. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. If you're not having a good weekend, I apologize. Grab a beer and a Snickers bar. Of course, CR is live. He already said he was. Wrong sector of... Greetings and salutations, whoever's in here. Appreciate the watch. So far, the live's starting off kind of slow. Don't really know what to do. We usually have more people in here by now, and I have somebody to talk to. Oh, and it looks it's Jason. Welcome, Jason. Good to see you. I'm assuming you were over in CR's stream. He sent me a message saying sorry. Oh, yeah. Yours or mine? Because mine seems to be doing, I don't know what today. Feel like my brain is just out of it right now. I don't know where I'm at. I'm here, but not here. And also over there somewhere. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, he wasn't exactly didn't say he was going live. He said he was just going to be random. So I guess it was one of the random lives. No worries. Like I said, I ain't forcing no one to be here. Also, greetings, Molly. No worries. I just barely got done watering some of my plants. I did the one thing I'm hoping will not cause problems for my plant, but we'll see. I did video it is about 5-6 minutes. It's a shit video. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It was poorly executed on many levels and really hard to film with one hand, especially considering what I had to do. If I had a partner that was doing the same thing that was helping me with this, it'd be a little easier, but unfortunately I do not, so hard to film one-handed when you got to open containers while not getting stabbed. And by stabbed, I mean poked by half-inch long thorns on a citrus tree. But I did sever my citrus tree. Oh, that thing is way high now. I did sever the limb off my citrus tree that I had the root baller on. Half the dirt was missing because of the stupid ants. That was irritating. Aside from that, the root ball looked healthy. I'm just hoping that it'll stay and take root, and I'll have a nice, healthy split. If not, I will be trying it again until that bush is either extremely thinned out or till the whole damn thing just dies. And if that's the case, I got seeds for it anyway. I've got 4 more I can start with. Might take it 2 or 3 years to get established like this one, but it'll be what it'll be, and that's just, that's the facts of growing and gardening. You learn more by killing more. Surprisingly. It's the one profession where it's okay to kill things. Man, nobody here tonight. It's not like people don't know I'm live. Man, I got the volume on my other side extremely low and I can still hear myself. Even over my air conditioner. And yes, I did eat, because I know somebody's going to ask me eventually what if I ate and what I ate, and I ate. What the hell did I eat? I had. Good evening, Grace. How are you this weekend? Oh, and I just smashed the crap out of my straw. Damn, that's my good straw, too. Well, it was my good straw. Sorry, not trying to do that first thing in the live. I'm just really tired. Awesome. Glad to hear you're doing peachy. I've got beverages, and I forgot to put this one in the freezer. It's a good thing I got the new bottle in there. Went and got a refill on my drinks today. It's either I get a refill or I do one, and then that's pretty much it for, I don't know. We'll see. Most likely during December, I will not be doing this because we all know I do not get on here during December. Because I don't want to hear it, don't want to see it, don't want to even think about it. That whole month could be removed from the calendar and I would not blink an eye. Or sorry, bat an eye. Would not matter to me. They could extend Halloween for another month. That would be awesome. Because seriously, who wouldn't want 2 months of just solid getting candy and buying candy and cool, creepy decorations? Speaking of which, since that is around the corner, literally around the corner, who's excited for Halloween? I know I am. And guess what? Halloween lands on a Thursday. And I believe that would be when Colin is doing his live. I can never get a Halloween to land on one of my freaking live days. Heaven forbid, or the gods against me, that I have a day where I can. Oh my God, no. Stupid, useless. Oh, nope, sorry, I stand corrected. It is on a Friday. Well, now. Hey, guess what? Next year, 2026, Halloween is on Saturday. I can do a Saturday Halloween live. Yes. Good evening, Our Life Off Grid. How's the weekend treating you? I could say a few things about the icon there, but I do have to keep this relatively PG. 18. That still got to keep it clean. But yeah, October 31st, 2026 is on a Saturday. Yeah, we. Let's see what's on the 2027. 27 is on a Sunday. Ooh, that's going to be murder. All right, well then. We'll be thinking about that too much. Ooh, fish, I'm tired. Anyways, got a few people in here, which is awesome. I don't know who the other two are, but hey, actually, I think one of them's me technically. Because I can do this. Just so people can find me if they want to check out me channel, I can throw that in there. Oop. Alrighty. By the way, who else hates the new window, the new screen watching video update thing that YouTube randomly forced upon us? Freaking pause button, volume button, the live button, everything, all the other shit's all big, like it's designed for old people who use a what was that stupid cricket phone way back in the day? It had the big ol' ass numbers. What the heck was that? God, I almost want to say Leap phone, but that wasn't it either. Ladybug. Remember when they came out with Ladybug? Yeah, that's what the new format on there. When you got the like play and stuff on there for like settings and all that junk. I don't like it anymore. I saw this the other day and I was already peeved the minute I seen it. Yeah, that's what it was, Jitterbug. That was Ladybug. But thank you, Grace, for clarifying my shit memory. Glad some of us have. But they've had so many freaking things out for that stuff. It's like kind of ridiculous. I clearly can see the point of doing it because as you progress through time, your vision becomes less acute. So having larger numbers makes it easier to see. But I feel like that whole thing just kind of that was like 5 years, 2 to 5 years, and then that whole thing just died. It just like disappeared, gone. Like Sobeys. They need to bring Sobe back because all of the other stuff that they got out now tastes like garbage. So what is it? Body armor tastes like pea water. And I've had like 3 different flavors, and that stuff still tastes like piss water. I'd rather drink beer. I hate to say it, but I'd rather drink a Budweiser, and Budweiser's nasty. I do not like standard beers. But anyways, not really here to talk about beers and weird phones. We're here to talk about gardening. I have been enjoying my harvesting season. Not really. Huh. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, I did too. I loved Sobe. They had some really good flavors. Really good flavors. But I don't remember if what company was that made them? I said who produced, you turd. Some guy named John Bello. Oh, somebody was bought out by PepsiCo in 2000. Yeah, I think basically just essentially Pepsi just phased it out. That's what I thought. I thought Pepsi that it was PepsiCo, but took them over. Ooh, no, Deb, that sucks. Tomato loss is a hard loss. Sweet potatoes should be fine as long as they're still underground. Even if the top vine dies, they'll still be able to absorb a little bit, and they'll still get a little bigger. But yeah, I'm hopeful on that one too. You're probably not going to get really big ones. And while we're at it, I know I showed these off on Wednesday, but I am super excited. I did not get them planted this weekend like I wanted to, or sorry, during my weekend. Today is technically my Tuesday, so I did not get them planted. I don't know where to plant them technically right now. Uh, Mainly because the planter I was originally going to stick them in currently has potatoes growing in it, and I really don't want to waste the growing time on those potatoes just to throw these in there. Yes, I can make a good bit of pocket change off of this new item, but I also want my potatoes. So I've got to figure out where to put them and how I'm going to put them. Because essentially, once I put them in the container, I have to leave them in there until basically 2030. So they're like supposedly a 5-year crop. Now, that may or may not be true because they are a bulb style plant. And I'm going to assume, and yes, I already understand what that means, but I'm going to assume that they will split and divide normally under their own power. Otherwise, it would be near impossible for a company to sell what they sold on these for the price they sold them for at the time, because I got them on sale. I got lucky. But if they don't multiply on their own, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I'm still going to presume that this plant does not produce I don't know how to put this, genetically on its own from the top, like most plants. You get seed pods or whatnot. So I don't know if this will produce seed pods. I've never seen these flowers do that. But again, I don't know. I still have to do a little bit of research on said plants. But let me grab them. I know most of y'all were here on Wednesday to see it. But I am super happy because I got these in on Wednesday. Yeah, I got them in on Wednesday right before Jason's live. Sweet potatoes, I'm assuming, don't need too much water because it's a potato. But anyways, here is the packaging. Yeah, hiding all that information, but this is where it's from. It is from American Meadows. Nice recyclable packaging. And the whole package is actually recycled. It's double layered paper with a rippled inside. It's kind of weird, it's like textured. I thought it was a bubble pack, but it's not. It's 100% cardboard or 100% paper. So essentially, here is what I ended up with. So that's like a little intro packet. Gives you a little bit of planting instructions, how to plant, when to plant, where to plant. The where is up to you. Would be my best estimate, because you can't just throw these willy-nilly, you know, just throw them out in the street and then they're just going to go. But you got basic plant steps on like how these are going to grow, your expectations, your aftercare for this, and then tells you how to harvest said item. Well, I did get 2 packs. So this is pack number 1. A bag of 15. You can do 12 of these per square foot. Man, that's packing them in there tight. So these are light is full sun to part shade, height 4 feet. Damn, that is tall. Spacing is 12 per square foot. Blooms in the fall. Color is purple. Ooh, that'll be nice. Planting depth is 2 inches. And this is good for zones 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you could probably do it in zone 5, but you're going to have to keep it in a greenhouse that's going to maintain temperature around probably 65 to like 80. But this is the other side of the bag. And there are indeed 15 parts in here are crocuses. It's kind of weird too, because like there's a flat spot on there, and then they have what looks like a tail. My best guess is the tail goes up. Ooh, that's kind of neat. I didn't see that in the first time. It was hiding behind the sign. Behind the sign. And I get a little garden tag too that comes with it, so I can stick it in the pot. And that's supposedly the color of this particular variety of crocus or saffron, which is kind of neat. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to growing these. This might be able to, if I'm really, really lucky and I can find a market for it, this might actually be able to fund a lot of my other gardening projects. I'm going to get this nice little high country planting guide. Looks like there's about 15 pages, but page 15 is for notes. And there's basically just a little bit of information on planting, here. I guess I can show you guys. It's hard to do this when I don't have an overhead camera. So you got like your basic planting guide, site preparations, blah, 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 how to do the dormant plants, how to plant them, which to me that pot looks like a cooking pot, but hey. A little bit of that does not look like a crocus looks like a stickweed, like a weed. Oh. All right, well, this is actually helpful too, because this gives me a little information on some other stuff. It says for xeric or very xeric plants, cactus, succulents, you want to use crushed gravel, pine, crushed nut shells, and it says do not use moisture absorbing materials like compost or bark. This will cause rot. So coarse texture for other items, you want to use nut shells, bark, or chips. coarse textured organic compost, mulch, or pine needles. Oops. And then plant care. You got your fall plant care, winter plant care, and then bulb planting and care. I will have to read this. Even gives you a little guide for succulents and cacti. That's kind of neat. I live in the desert. I don't really I kind of sort of already know most of that information. More information on deserts and stuff. And then, like I said, last final page is just for notes and whatnot. I think there was one more. I know. Other thing that was in there was just my inventory list. But that is everything, and just to prove it, I do have a second bag. See, look, there's both bags, and that does come with a tag as well, which is good. And these things are extremely sheddy. Not shitty, shedding. They are shedding everywhere. It's like this really fine brown, almost like a coconut husk. And welcome back. Just doing a show off again of the high yield, the most expensive seasoning on the planet, apparently. It's not allspice. But I'm hoping I can get a good crop on that. Find where I can possibly sell it or sell it to, and see what I can do for deals. Because it'll be interesting to be possibly the only New Mexico dealer that sells saffron. Legit. Hopefully that's actually saffron. I'm really hoping I'm not getting scammed and I don't get some like freaking daylilies or some shit. I'm hoping. Awesome. I'm still debating on whether or not I'm going to do a round 2 tonight or just do it on the main. What is behind my desk over here? Smith's receipt. Yeah, I probably need to scan that real quick. And it is, as I was saying, I'm not 100% sure whether or not I'm going to do a second live. Should I do a second live, folks? Should I keep doing what I've been doing? Do the 1 hour live the first round and then do the second round and just kind of go everywhere with the few behind the scenes? What should we do, or what would you guys like me to do? Because a lot of it doesn't necessarily matter what I want to do. It's what my viewers want to see. Do you want to see me drinking? Do you not want to see me drinking? I know there are a few in here that don't want me to drink. But I've also got food in me, so I'm good to go. I had wontons, crab wontons, and like 4 egg rolls. So I'm kind of stuffed, but kind of not really stuffed. At least I wasn't eating rice. Well, I do got all my stuff ready. Got my glass here. It's actually clean, as you can see. There's no yellowing. Nothing at the bottom. The yellow's my shirt. Where's that at? There it is. Right there. I even cleaned out my measuring cup. Ooh, look at that. See, now I'm getting people in there. Now I got 7 people. Woohoo. Ooh, you know what? Speaking of which. Well, I mean, I could do a lot of that there, Grace, but if I did what I wanted to, I think YouTube would shut me down and delete my channel. Now, it's possible I could do a topless live, because those have always been known to be kind of fun. And yes, we've done it with females. Now, mind you, bear in mind, keep an open mind. They only went shirtless because we still have to, keep intact our dignity and the sanctity of YouTube. Can't be popping on a live stream saying as a 12-year-old, and all of a sudden there's tatas dangling or bouncing around and jiggling on a live stream. Can't do that. That's how you end up losing. That's how you lose your channel or get your channel deleted. But we have done a live before where we were all shirtless. Can't say 100% topless, but we were shirtless. And surprisingly, we had about 4 ladies that actually wanted to pop up and do the same thing, which was a shock. And that was like my second live that I'd ever been on. It's kind of fun. But yeah, anyways, enough about that random weirdness. It was still fun, to say the least. Oh, that sucked. Hey, obstacle! Apology accepted on my end. So let's try to keep that down to a minimum if we could, just out of respect. We've had a few that have had some incidences here and there. They do pop in every once in a while, but we've had a few that have permanently left. But yeah, let's, as long as we can, as long as you understood that you did an error on your side and, willing to make up for it, no worries. It's all good. But again, appreciate the apology. Yeah, I had thought about that, but again, Jason, there's I can't helicopter on here because again, YouTube would shut me down real quick and most likely delete my channel. Deb. Are we talking low hanging fruit? Or are we talking knee bangers? I don't think it was Deb. I believe that was Grace that called you out on that one. But yes, usually we try to avoid politics and religion on most channels because that tends to be a very sore subject for a lot of people and tends to leave a little bit of a black mark and bad taste in everybody's mouth. Ha, knee betweens. Oh man, I love you guys. You ladies are hilarious. I just got to look at it this way, Obstacle. If it doesn't directly affect you, it doesn't affect you. That's how I see it. Sometimes it'll indirectly affect me, but if it's not physically affecting me at the exact moment, water off the duck's back. That's how I go through life, one day at a time. And if I'm not physically inconvenienced at that time and place, I just don't care. I know eventually we're all going to be affected by certain things, but who knows how far down the road that is going to be? Could be today, could be next month, could be next year, could be 3 years from now. Who knows? We'll see what happens. We'll see what the future brings. Hopefully, the future will bring glorious, prosperous gardens, assuming we don't get those taken away from us too by the powers that be. Because they like to seize random, they like to take things that aren't theirs. But yep. So aside from that, how's everybody's weekends? Weekend. I say weekends as if though there's like multiple weekends back to back. How's everybody's weekend? I know Grace said hers was due. Hers was spiffy. I think this is what she said. She said peachy. Peachy it was. Let's see. Dump. People came, people went. Looks like I may or may not have lost our life off grid. I can't remember their original channel name. I think it was Bumblebee something. I don't know. Oh, you're already starting out, huh? Getting those days in, huh? Already, Jason? That is, you lucky turd. You lucky turd. Oh, no, you haven't even started your vacation times yet, have you? Oh, that was weird. My bottle actually hissed at me. Yeah, Grand Lake usually I've fished up there a few times. It's their fishing season is kind of iffy. I believe over there now it's what? Freaking walleye and freaking flatfish, whatever the hell those things are, sunfish, freaking bluegill. They should be they should be having salmon coming up here. Salmon season should be coming up soon. I believe that starts in September. That should have started this month or starts next month for salmon season. End of November. Deb's is shifty. Dead plants. Possibly bought a lemon of an SUV and a funeral / damn. Deb's got the quintuple fecta over there. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. I think it should have either started this month or it starts next month. The Cocanes. Should have at least had a couple of freaking rainbows out there. Yeah, maybe some of the lake trout, but yeah, I guess it's still too warm up there. So that could be why. They could be just really far. They could just be really deep in the water because the weather's probably still pretty nice up there. You guys are probably still hitting what, like 70, 75, 80 if you're lucky. So everything's going to be slowing down. The fishing season should pick up soon. Once it starts getting, once we start hitting October, mid October, it'll get up there. Denver area should get nice and chilly at the lakes. Good one to fish is Dillon, but you have to drive over there and you basically have to have a boat. Shore fishing at Dillon sucks. You can fish around the dam; it's decent, and around the like marinas, but you really want the good fish, you got to get out there with a boat or a kayak or something, and you got to be in like the middle of the lake. Oh man, yeah, that's definitely not good. They might have to go crabbing for those while I guess technically crabbing. It's a miniature crab, lobster, mini lobsters. So you're gonna have to what, net them suckers, or throw out little boxes to get them all in there. Is it already fall equinox? Man, that means our days are gonna really start getting short fast. Yeah, I'm not looking forward. I'm really not looking forward to that. Yeah, crawfish traps. God, I have the volume on my YouTube side on like 1, and I can hear it. It's driving me nuts. Okay, I'm gonna turn that off because it's bugging the hell out of me. Yeah, and unfortunately with crawfish or crayfish, it's the same thing with them as it is with regular fish. Hey, good evening, Colin. How's it going? So you get a clutch of those things, and there's hundreds of them. Same with fish. You get a clutch of fish, there's 100 fish. But the fish don't grow as quick as them crawdads do, because the crawdads just sit there and munch everything off the dirt, off the floor. Oh, nice. Good evening, Ian and Jenny, if you're within earshot. And if not, if anybody is in earshot, I shall summon the one known as Shadow, aka Smackus, Attackus, Crackus, Wackus. He will come, for he has been summoned. So I got a couple of days. So define a little rainbow trouts. Like 6 inches, 8 inches. Ah, gotcha. Alrighty then. Well then, I rescind my statement. Technically, I was there yesterday, Colin. I was just listening into the background while I was getting some stuff done inside. I did what I could outside, but I seriously just got depressed being outside, so then I came inside, and then I got really bored. But I still had to do laundry and some other things, so I just sat in here and did shit. Hey, you guys were talking about bows and all of that. I don't really have much to add to that, so I just sort of stayed in the bushes. Yes, technically that is a demon. That is Sir Macus Attackus, a Smackus, a Wackus, a Crackus. Yeah, hunting and bows. Six inches and smaller. I hope you guys get something. I believe your plan was to drop off on each side of the wherever you're going and then try to meet in the middle to see if you can scare up some squirrels. So, proof that I was listening yesterday. Just in case anybody had any doubts, I was listening to various key points here and there. But again, I was doing like 5 different tasks at once. Trying not to get rained on because it decided to try to rain on me. I wanted to get work done yesterday. Couldn't do that because it tried to rain on me. So I watered a few of my plants. Ended up getting like 9 more fence posts. 3 of which are like semi-straight that I can kind of make something with. The rest of them are warped, more crooked than a politician. And then I was going to try to get those disassembled before it got too dark. And yeah, no, it tried to rain on me as I was like, I'm not getting that. And it was cold too because it was windy. It was trying to rain, and it was windy AF, and that stuff was like, it was like wet snow. I was not having it. That was cold. I thought you said your tomatoes were dying really well. I'm like, oh, that sucks. Plants do that. They tend to get rid of the ones that they don't have use for. Speaking of which, I checked on my big melon today, and that sucker is split end to end. I think it got too much water because of the couple of rainstorms we've had. And it is a massive split. It's like a half-inch wide split. So I don't know what I got to do. I might have to pull the damn thing off. I don't know, but that thing, I'm telling, that thing is like this big. It is huge. I don't actually have anything in here that I can measure it girth-wise. That damn thing is massive. Probably weighs like 7 or 8 pounds. Oh, I've already gotten seeds off of the last one that I had. I've got those. Where the hell did I put them? I still got, well, frick me right in the goat butt. I went to grab my cup of seeds and I hit the top of my window, and now I got freaking seeds all over my floor. Shit. Yeah, those things went everywhere. Sorry. Give me a second, folks. I got to clean these up because I do not want to run these over. I just dumped like 200 of these things all over my floor. Not happy. It sucks. All right. I think that's most of them. Fucking mess. That really was not my intent. I just meant to get the seeds out to be like, look, I still got a whole bunch more. And yeah. Gravity did not want to be my friend. I almost did it again. Like, seriously, I almost did it twice. Yeah, I got some in there along with some other things. All right, just make sure I don't have any more on the floor. I got one more. These damn things are brown. It is really hard to see them on this floor. All right, I think we're good. That thing it's huge. It's probably about 12, 13 inches long and probably about just as fat around. Oh, you're welcome. I don't think he shouldn't run out because I believe I took him the other half that I owed him from when I missed him out of the package the first time. I think I sent him like 6 packs of that stuff, so he should have like a long unlimited supply of ammo. All right, well, that takes care of that. So yeah, I think he gave him like 6 packed or whatnot, 6 or 7. He should have like 3,000 plus rounds. So he won't run out for a while. Not for a while. Yeah, it'll be a lot. I mean, some of these, I've had some of these pellet cans for 15 years. Although truly, if I sat there and actually used my pellets outside of my yard, I'd probably run out in about a month. Because I'll sit there and I would shoot for like 2 hours, not just like, playing for 15 minutes. I'd be out there for a while just shooting cans, getting my aim better, improving my shot rate again. Because I used to be really good. I used to be able to shoot a dime at 15 yards sideways. But my eyesight's not exactly what it was when I was 15. So, You know what? I had to stick one of these in a bucket to see if I can't shoot a hole in it. The bottom of these things are thick, like stupid thick. Yeah, I bet a 22 would go right through that, or at least bust a hole in it. Nice. Yeah, right. And they're not bad cans. I mean, even Jason can attest to some of these. So these are normally what I got. This is actually one of the smaller cans. So that's only my 250. But I've got other cans that are 500s. And I got about 6 of those. So I've got a ton of ammo. They are buried under there where I can't get them. I might have one around up here somewhere. Nope, looks like I moved them. I thought I had one. Oh, I got them. Shit. Where did my can go? I usually have a can right over here that I can just reach up and grab. But it seems like my can has up and migrated, which is weird because it usually sits right here. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I just work here. I'm pretty sure it's over here somewhere. I'm just not looking hard enough. I know I got one can there, but I don't know where the other ones are. Oh well. Not important. It's not like I need them anyway. Jason knows what I got. I know what I got. Actually, they sitting over here. They might be. I don't know. I thought I might have moved them onto this side. Yeah, I don't know where they went. That's weird. I must have moved them. Because I usually use them as a weight to keep this from blowing around. Those are all my matches. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I don't know where I put them. Oh, gotcha. Double check my... Oh, gotcha for the sighting. But yeah, also I did have a package last week for my standard little mini unboxing, and I completely forgot about it, even though I had the damn thing sitting right here next to me. Like the whole time. Completely forgot about it. But for some reason I grabbed the items from it, which is weird because I don't remember even grabbing these. Actually, no, I think this was last week's. Nope. Yeah, this was one of them, but this was last month's. This one was... What month was this? Shit. Did I normally say on here what month? August. So August's little packaging thingy was... I got another cordage maker, the little pocket one, the little mini one. I got the how to make a lean-to or debris hut, blah, blah, blah. Came with how to start a fire with a USB cord, which is kind of weird. I didn't think those things would have enough power even off a USB to even start a fire, but hey, according to this, you can. And then once again, I got a replacement because I lost my first one. Well, I lost my wallet. I got another, I believe this is the Fowler 2.0, or was this the 1.0? No, this is the original. So I got a replacement of the original Fowler survival card. Comes with the 4 little snare triggers. And then for this month, I got the pocket snare triggers, or the dog tag snare trigger, and the spear card. This thing you can't go wrong with because that's a lot of spears. And no, this is not Brittany. Since these were originally introduced, God, back in what, 2015, 2018, something like that. These ones, again, all of this stuff comes from here. So you can screenshot that one, pause it, type in the address. They're about $20 a month. And you usually get some pretty nifty stuff. I get cool things every month, so I always have random survival gear. Oh, by the way, these things work fantastic if you sandwich them in the outside of your wallet. These work as RFID blockers because they're metal. And yes, they are metal. That is a magnet, and that is metal. It's kind of like pot metal almost, like tin metal, but it is metal nonetheless. So I have these in my wallet, which I don't have over here. It's sitting over there. I have them on the outside, and all my stuff is on the inside. So when I fold up my wallet, I basically have these little buggers on the outside and everything stashed in between. And I've tried using the tap to scan. Won't read it. I have to open my wallet and flap it on there. But the thing, yeah, these things work fantastic as RFID blockers. And they're a hell of a lot more useful than a standard foil RFID blocker sleeve. Because at least with those, if you're in an area where they're still where they're not prohibited, say like you can take those, some of those you can take on TSA because they're not knives. As long as it's not a knife, I believe you can take it on a TSA. I would have to see what TSA has for their restricted items, but I think as long as it doesn't have a knife blade on it, should be fine. So, yeah, I've seen a lot of people take these things on there. Especially I know Fowler did it for a fact. He took his on there. The only thing they had him do for his particular card, for this one, they made him remove the knife. But everything else was fine because that's fishing hooks. You got surgical needles. That's really hard to deal some damage with that. But this here, you could, do some hefty damage. So they had him remove it on a flight one time. I remember him doing a video. Hey, Cecilia, how's it going? Good to see you. But, yeah. So as far as I know, you can take a majority of those on there as long as they don't have a knife. But I believe the ones I have are small spear points, or that particular one exactly, and then some fishing stuff. Don't have any blades on it because, honestly, you can just find a pocket knife damn near everywhere. I think you can even make it with a razor blade in some conditions, depending on where it's at on the person, or however you have it. Like, if it takes you like 5 minutes to get into it, I think you can do it. But I would have to seriously look into the TSA regulations on what you can and cannot bring on board, because their stipulations are ridiculous. Oh, all right. See you in a bit, Jason. Most likely by the time you come back, we'll be on the second portion. So, Cecilia, just to let you know, we're going for another minute or so here on this one. We will be starting the second one here after that. I'm running a little late today, so I apologize. I sat here for like 3 minutes staring at my screen trying to figure out what I wanted to do for a title. I had plenty of time to think about it, but my brain just drew a blank today because it's one of those days where I just don't want to think. And it was a surprisingly busy day too, which is really odd considering it was a Saturday and they had free concerts downtown in my area. So, yeah, that was kind of sucked, but it is what it is. But Cecilia, just to let you know, I did eat. I had crab cheese wontons and a couple of egg rolls. No worries. Well, like I said, I'll be going live on the second one here in just a bit, a couple of minutes. Well, not right now, but in a couple of minutes. So just look out for that one, and I'll be more than happy to entertain. Again, we will be doing beverages as usual. So for those of you who are partaking in beverage, have your beverage ready. I will be getting my stuff set up here just briefly, and then we will get underway on the second one. But Cecilia, I know you did miss it. I don't know if you caught it on Wednesday's live, but I did get my extremely awaited package. Where the hell's that thing at? There it is. I've been waiting on this thing since like April. All right, see you in a bit, Deb. These are my saffron crocus or saffron bulbs. How are you? Really, it's the same difference. But yeah, I got a nice package of them. You can kind of see them in there. There you go. There's my packaging. Ooh, look at that. 30 of them. Now I got to figure out where to put 30 of them. Should have started off with 15, but hey, why go small when you can start off real big and be like, well, that was a bad idea? Because, oh, damn. I mean, seriously, who else in here has just been like, oh, well, I'm just going to start. Oh, wait, I know some people. Billy Bill, Mr. Wickershire Project Bill, buying 25,000 freaking loofah seeds, or 2,500 loofah seeds, 5-pound bag of loofah seeds, essentially. But yeah, again, why start small when you can just throw it all in the pot and be like, well, shit. Now I don't know what to do. That is a good question. He is probably on somebody else's live. But anyways, folks, hit the 1 hour mark on this one. Last week we went a little long on the 1 hour because I had a good amount of people in here, so I kept going. Yeah, exactly. Go big or go home. But anyways, thank you all for joining me. Keep an eye out for that next live. We'll be up and running here in about 5 minutes. I will see you guys over there. Do me a favor on the way out. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Sorry, hit that thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe on the way out if you haven't already, but obviously most of y'all have. But anyways, I will see you all on the next one. Be well, be safe, and happy gardening. It's me, Foxy Outdoors. Sign